We extended these classes to end at 6 o'clock so that there would be more time for questions and nice long practice. Stephanie. Thank you, Rick.
Kristen and I had experienced that when we did the work, when there was a secondary release, the stuff felt like hers felt like jello and mine was like mucusy. It was completely different consistency than anything else that had been released before or that we had experienced.
I agree. That's interesting consistency. Yes, that's fascinating. Oh, it's normal right before you die. That was a joke, joking. Okay, let's see if we can get an answer. Let me try and put it into words. All right, so somehow in the work that you were doing, it seems that you were tapping into some deeper realms than you have in the past tapped into. And therefore, now all of a sudden this new stuff is coming up. So it comes up in order to heal. In the planetary healing class, we have a technical term for this. We call it the river of crappity crap that, that comes up when we start to heal at the planetary level. When we start to heal the planet, we tap into the pain of the planet in order to heal ourselves. Why do we start doing it? Because our bodies start to reflect it, you know, and nothing else will work with the situations in our bodies. You see, nothing else will resolve it other than to heal the pain of the planet. Why? Because that's in our soul contract. Because we said we would. Because we said we would. And because our lives are a barometer for our soul contract. And so if you have the intention to work at the planetary level, and I think you can take it as your working theory that you do, I would just kind of take it as my working theory. Now, all of a sudden, you've tapped into a deeper level. That mucus or phlegmy thing is just like this planetary stuff. Now you've tapped into it. Now remember, 10 days makes a huge difference. So for the next 10 days, be actively clearing this because it'll back up in your energy body if you don't actively clear it, and then it doesn't feel good. But after 10 days, then it just is moving faster and faster, and then poof, it's just a river of light. And then you're immune to whatever it is. Wendy. Hartley.
I'm having some residual sensations around my heart and head.
Oh, honey, don't be afraid. It's okay. I totally get it. That heart is just, I get it. Here's the thing. Resistance just makes it worse, you know. It's better to just say, okay, looks like life is taking an unexpected turn. And I'm going to just trust that it'll be okay. Okay. That was around the heart. What was the other place? Head. Oh, right. So then, this higher soul download is waiting for that kind of shift around the heart to occur so that it can complete. And right now it's just kind of like sitting here at this level wanting to come in. So Hartley, honey, is it okay if I just kind of gently tug on your field right around your heart? I don't want to do it without your permission. And you can say no. This is a free will universe. That is
yes.
Okay.
Hartley says yes.
Don't be afraid. Or rather, it's okay to be afraid. You see, it's okay to be afraid. Everybody's afraid. That's the thing. We're all afraid. The trick is to not let fear control the situation. You see, we're all afraid. It's totally okay to be afraid. There we go. It's totally okay to be afraid. Look, we're all afraid. We're all afraid. We're all just terrified out of our minds here, you see? It's totally okay. Totally. Good job. Good job. All right. It's totally okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. There's no shame in being afraid. It's normal. Who wouldn't be, right? There we go. Whew. What's happening around the head, Hartley? Oh. Anyone else? Anything. Open question. Nothing is off limits. Anything for sure. Nothing is off limits. Teresa.
Could you please just elaborate a little bit more detailed on the where it says copy by holographic repatterning?
The thing about the holographic repatterning conversation, it is a huge conversation, not a small conversation, and I know it's on the agenda for the next higher level class. It's really a big conversation. Unfortunately, I'm supposed to mention it, and I don't know why, but I'm done arguing with the guides because I have a 100% failure rate when I argue with them. I'm always wrong, so I'm not arguing with them anymore. They say, mention it briefly. The person who's ready for it will hear it and be off and running. So I did that, and that's all I can do. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
January, though, or whenever we're doing that again, maybe February. It's February 22nd and 23rd.
I have a pressing question from earlier.
Pressing.
So, when we were talking about the soul that was the person who took the biggest stand for spirit, and also was at the same time a person worse than Hitler, we talked about the fact that the Hitler type person encountered a ton of karma, and it was like instant karma relief. But I had to ask if he was incurring karma, because if he was doing it for the reasons of giving 100 million people the opportunity to do the right thing, was he really incurring bad karma for doing it?
Then he got on the bandwagon, and it kind of got out of control. You know? Because sometimes we start these balls rolling, and it just sucks us in. But it was apparently realized ahead of time that could very well happen. Like if that's your soul contract, watch out, buddy. Watch out. Watch out. How are you going to mitigate? How are you going to mitigate? This is how. I think the expectation was there's no way anybody's going to survive that without getting sucked into it. But somebody has to do it. And he said, fine then, I'll do it. I'll do it. Knowing that there's no way for me to not get sucked in. And to balance it out, I'll do this other thing simultaneously. I got a thumbs up. One more? One more?
Hartley says he feels better.
Yay. So friends, here's the thing. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. It's normal to be afraid. And we don't have to let it control us. We don't have to let it control us. And 555 Unity Consciousness time, and also time for the quote, which maybe ties right into this. You see, if one advances confidently in the direction of her dreams and endeavors to live the life which she has imagined, she will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. She will pass an invisible boundary. New, universal, and more liberal laws will begin to establish themselves around and within her, or the old laws will be expanded and interpreted in her favor in a more liberal sense, and she will live with the license of a higher order of beings. Thank you, Henry David Thoreau. And thank you, Lisa Bedoya, who sent that to me on the day that I knew I was supposed to get the quote for today. And she sent that to me early in the morning. So friends, here's the thing. Fear is going to be there, but we still can advance confidently in the direction of our dreams. And so let's take it as our working theory that everybody here has a big plan, you see? Because chances are you wouldn't be in this room if you had a small plan. And so those dreams are going to be big, you see? And they're going to seem impossible, and that's okay. We just advance confidently in that direction. We be willing to do something that we stink at until we can do it better. Does that make sense? Waving our learner's permit every step of the way, saying, correct my errors. So tomorrow morning, friends, as always, we have our photo. And so for Boston, if you want to take your own photo, that would be really great, and send it to us. And I would just love to see that. That would be beautiful, and we'll put it on the site also. Somebody asked me, are those photos downloadable? And they're just normal photos, so however you would download a photo from a website, it would work for our website too. We don't lock those photos, so they're downloadable. Friends, let's join in a closing process, and remember your homework for tonight, for tomorrow, and the next 10 days for sure is to keep those perimeters stable, sealing that perimeter, continually drawing up the new vertical channels that will continually form, you see, just sealing the pillar like you have living waters in your hands, and they just gel it on up. They gel it up like hair gel, like hair gel. Something that is gross, but it's not my thing. Okay, so now let's ask right now for errors to be corrected. Any errors that were made today, this week, this month, this year, this lifetime, and in all the lives before. May all our errors be corrected right now. And may our omissions be included today, this week, this month, this year, and in this lifetime, and all the lives that came before. May the things that we should have done be included right now energetically. And may everything that we've done poorly now be raised to the vibration of being well done. You see, first we correct the outright errors, and then we correct the things that we've left out, bringing everything up to the realm of poorly done work, which I know well, friends, I know well. I stunk at this for many, many years. I stunk at this for a full decade. I practiced it for 17 years before I began to teach, 17 years. So it's fine to acknowledge poorly done work. There's no shame in that, you see. And so have our poorly done work be made well done, and then our well done work be made divinely perfect, be made divinely perfect. Does a journey of 1,000 miles end with the last step? Yes, it does. But didn't it begin with the first step, and weren't they all necessary in order to get there? So it's okay, you see. Bring it all up to divine perfection. We start where we are, use what we have, do what we can. So now, may all of our energy bodies and all we touch, which friends, is everything in the universe. We came at that from multiple angles today. May it all be brought to perfect frequency and alignment and in harmony with the all that is. May all of us and all we touched, which is everything in the universe, be brought to perfect pitch and balance, especially balance between the higher soul and the incarnating self. That's a big balance. That's a big balance to strike, that perfect balance. And in harmony with the all that is, and may we and all beings be brought to perfect vibration and a full state of empowerment. We have enough to live the lives we came here to live. We are enough to be who our souls want us to be. We can do it. We can do it. It's okay. We can do it. Hoping, trusting our guides, and acting, we can do it. Now, Archangel Michael, use us as vessels to sort out the energy of the universe. Archangel Michael, use us as vessels to sort out the energy of the universe. And once more, Archangel Michael, use us as vessels to sort out the energy of the universe, taking the bubble we began with, expanding it 1,000,000 billion times over, splitting it into individual bubbles, one for each of us, one for all beings in the universe, everyone encased in light, drawing them right on down into the divine plan. And we are complete. We are complete. Boy, did you see that turn to 6:01? But I made it. So, friends, hugs, webinar first. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And I'll be in the room up there in August. And that's only a month away. And I'll see you guys then. And the ones who aren't in Boston but are here today, I love you too. And one day I'll see you in person and give you a hug first because you waited longest. Okay. I'm going to put my shoes on because otherwise...